Hey there, Emergency Medicine, class of 2020. It's Damon West, co-author of The Coffee Bean. Hey, first of all, I want to tell you thank you so much for the privilege of being able to address y'all today. I heard recently that my book has been used throughout some of the people that y'all are associated with, and I want to tell you what an honor it is because that book, it's so wild to think about The Coffee Bean being out there for a year. Next month will be a year that it was published. And John Gordon, my co-author, contacted me about a year before that. And he had heard my story from a guy named DAMON, the head coach at Clemson's football team. And he said, man, look, he said, let's write a book, man. The world needs the coffee bean message. And we could write a book. And he said, Damon, the book will become a bestseller, I promise you. And that was last July. And look at the world now. The world is in a giant pot of boiling water. But what the message of the coffee bean tells us is that we have three choices when we are in a pot of boiling water. And those three choices are, you can be like the carrot that turns soft and sad and weak and let life beat you down, which happens all the time. I've been the carrot, y'all, I promise you. Or you can be like the egg that turns hard and mad and mean and angry and hardened off to the world, the hard-boiled egg. And to be candid, I've been the egg several times in my life. Or we can choose to be like that coffee bean. That coffee bean, the smallest of those three things, by the way, that jumps into that pot of boiling water and says, you know what? Turn it up. I've got this. And the longer the coffee bean sits in the pot of boiling water, the stronger that pot of coffee is going to be. The coffee bean represents the person that changes, because the power to change any situation is inside each and every one of us. It's not on the outside influences. It's not on the world. It's not on the coronavirus. Doesn't have the power to change you. The racism that you see out there in the world doesn't have the power to change you. You have the power, though, inside you to change any situation you're in. I learned about the coffee bean for the first time when I was in Dallas County Jail, and a jury had just sentenced me to life in prison for my role in a bunch of meth-related burglaries. I was a meth addict breaking into people's houses. A jury sentenced me to life in prison for organized crime. And I was running around Dallas County Jail trying to find a way, a solution to surviving in prison. And it was another inmate, an older black man named Mr. Jackson, that shared with me the coffee bean story for the first time. And I thought to myself, if he's telling me the truth, if Mr. Jackson's telling me the truth, then that means that I can not only survive this experience of going to a maximum security prison with a life sentence, that I could actually thrive inside that environment. Because if the power was truly inside of me, then that means I can change any situation I'm in, no matter what the environment. And you know what? It turned out to be true. I did change myself inside that maximum security prison. Not only that, but I changed the entire prison around me. And there were coffee beans all over that maximum security prison. And today, I go out in the world and I share the story of the coffee bean in hopes to find coffee beans everywhere I go. So thank you, Emergency Medicine class of 2020, for choosing to be a coffee bean. And when you go out there in the future, just know that the world's going to be like a pot of boiling water, but we have three choices. And my choice, my wish, my goal that I would tell y'all to do is you go out there and you go be a coffee bean. Thanks a lot, y'all. Happy graduation. Thank you.